Hi, this is Mrs. A of Mathematic. In today's video, you're going to learn how to find the sum and product of roots of quadratic equations. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my videos. Naalala niyo ba yung quadratic formula? X is equal to negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, meron tayong dalawang value ng x dito. Yung isa negative b plus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a at yung isa naman ay minus. Now, ibig sabihin ng sum of the roots ay i-add lang natin yung dalawang value ng x. Roots, ibig sabihin, yun yung solution natin, yun yung value na, yun yung mga values ng x. Now, let's name the first root as x sub 1 and the second root as x sub 2. So ngayon, i-derive natin yung formula, kukunin natin yung formula sa pagkuha ng sum of the roots. Pag nakuha na natin yung formula na yun, yun ang gagamitin nyo ngayon sa pagsosolve. Okay, so ibig sabihin ngayon, x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is equal to, ito yung first value ng x, pa-plus natin siya sa pangalawang value ng x na nanggaling dito sa quadratic formula. Pinaghiwalay lang natin yung plus and minus dito. Now, tingnan natin kung alin dyan ang pwede nating ma-eliminate. Napansin nyo ito, positive b squared or positive square root of b squared minus 4ac minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. Ibig sabihin ang sagot niyan ay 0. So, mawawala na yan. So, ano na lang matitira dito? Itong negative b plus negative b, which is equal to negative 2b. So, ayan. So, yung x sub 1 plus x sub 2 natin, negative 2b. And then, copy lang natin yung denominator kasi pareho. So, copy 2a. O, diba? Umiksi na siya. Ngayon, pwede pa nating makancel ito. That's equal to 1. So, ano ngayon ang maging formula na natin to find the sum of the roots? X sub 1 plus x sub 2 is equal to negative b over a. So, ito lang ang tatandaan nyo. Yan ngayon kung paano kunin natin yung sum of the roots. A and negative b over a. Okay, ganun din sa product of the roots of quadratic equation. So ngayon, kukunin natin ang formula how to get the product of the roots gamit yung quadratic formula na yan. So ngayon, di ba, meron sa quadratic formula, dalawa yung roots or dalawa yung value ng x. So yung isa ay plus, yung isa ay minus. Now, ibig sabihin ng product, i-multiply natin yung dalawang roots. So kung ang first root natin ay x sub 1, and second root natin is x sub 2, simply multiply lang natin. X sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to, ito yung first root natin na kung saan plus siya dito. Ayun yon. At yung pangalawa times sa pangalawa na ang minus naman siya. Ayan. So kaya minus siya dito. So ngayon, para lang tayo nagmo-multiply ng FOIL method. Okay, this one. Sige, gawin natin, lagyan natin parenthesis. Okay, so this one, negative b times negative b, that is positive b squared. Okay, ayan, positive b squared. Next, itong first term, multiply natin sa last term. So, negative siya dito. Negative b times negative, kaya naging positive b squared o b squared minus 4ac. Copy lang. And then, dito na tayo sa pangalawa. Ito, multiply natin dito. So, ayan siya. Negative b times square root of b squared minus 4ac. At yung last naman, yung last term sa kabila at yung last term dito. Napansin nyo, pareho lang. Square root of b squared times square root of b squared minus 4ac. So, pareho lang sila. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, square lang natin yon. Okay? Minus, so minus dito. Then, quantity, square root of b squared minus 4ac squared. Now, multiply din natin ngayon yung denominator, 2a times 2a, that is 4a squared. Tingnan natin ngayon kung alin dyan ang masisimplify natin. Okay, so here, napansin nyo ito, this is positive or positive b squared of b squared minus 4ac minus b squared of b squared minus 4ac. That is equal to 0. So ano na lang yung matitira ngayon? Ang matitira na lang ay yung b squared, ayan, at yung minus dito, and then itong nasa loob ng parenthesis na naka-square, divided by 4a. Now, simplify pa natin. Okay, dito, square root siya, di ba? Ibig sabihin, ang index niya ay 2, at meron tayong square dito, so makakancel yan. Ibig sabihin, mawawala na siya sa radical sign. Kaya ito siya naging b squared minus b squared plus 4ac. Bakit siya naging plus? Kasi nga may minus tayo dito. Okay, so magiging plus siya dito sa 4ac. Then, divided by 4a squared. Now, pwede pa uli natin masimplify. Itong b squared minus b squared, that is 0. So, what we have now is equal to 4ac all over 4a squared. Again, 4 and 4, that is 1. And we have 1a here. And we have 2a here. A squared means a times a. Okay? So, ngayon, matatanggal yung isang a, makakancel siya uli. So, ang matitira na lang ay isang a. Kaya siya naging c over a. So, ngayon, ito na ngayon ang formula kung paano natin kunin yung product of the roots of quadratic equation. X sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to c over a. So, di ba? Ang dali lang. Ito lang ang pinakatandaan nyo. Yun lang ang gagamitin nyo, hindi itong process na ginawa natin. Pinakita ko lang kung paano tayo nakarating sa formula na yan. Okay, ngayon, apply na natin yung dalawang formula na yon to solve for the sum and the product of the roots. So again, sum of the roots is x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is equal to negative b over a. Product of the roots is equal to x sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to c over a. So let's have an example. Find the sum and the product of the roots of x squared plus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now, bago natin i-apply yung formula, siguraduhin muna natin na yung quadratic equation natin ay naka-standard form. Ano ba yung standard form ng quadratic equation? Standard form is a x squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay. Now, so since the given now is in quadratic, it's already in standard form, pwede na natin makuha yung value ng a, b, and c. Yung a makikita natin dito. Coefficient siya ng x squared. Pag walang nakalagay, understood that is 1. Yung b naman dito makikita sa tabi ng x, kaya 2. At yung c naman ay yung constant or yung number na walang kasamang variable, that is negative 4. So simply, ang formula natin to get the sum is negative b over a. So yung b natin ay 2. So ibig sabihin minus or negative 2 over 1 is equal to negative 2. So i-substitute nyo lang kung ano yung mga value na nakuha natin. Sa product of the roots naman, x sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to c over a. Ano yung value ng c natin? Negative 4. So negative 4 divided by 1, that is negative 4. Ganun lang kadali. Now, find the sum and the product of the roots of 3x squared minus 4x plus 8 is equal to 0. So again, ito ay naka-standard form na, kaya pwede na natin makuha yung value ng a, b, and c. So ayan ang mga value niya. Now, apply the formula, substitute. Napansin nyo dito, ang b natin dito ay negative 4, pero mayroon tayong negative sa formula. So huwag nyo kalimutan yan, ha? Negative, then close parenthesis or open parenthesis, negative 4, close parenthesis. And then itong negative na yan, times the negative, magiging positive. So 4 over 3. Sa product of the roots naman, ang C natin is 8. So divided by A natin is 3. So 8 over 3. Okay, next. Let's have x squared plus 8x plus 12. So yung A natin is 1, B is equal to 8, and C is equal to 12. So ayan, naka-standard form na siya because it is equal to 0. So ayan, madali lang kunin yung sum of the roots, that is negative 8 over 1 because B is 8. Okay, then 1 is A divided, so divide mo lang, that is negative 8. Product of the roots, multiply mo lang, x sub 1 times x sub 2, ano yung formula natin? C over A. So 12 over 1, that is 12. Okay, here, find the sum and the product of the roots of 2x squared minus 6x is equal to negative 8. So napansin nyo ito, hindi naka-standard form, so kailangan itong negative 8 mapupunta siya sa left side at magiging 0 dito. So, anong gagawin natin para mapunta siya doon? Or para matanggal siya dito? Mag-add tayo ng negative 8 para ito ay magiging 0. Of course, mag-add ka rin ng negative 8 sa kabilang side. So, ayan na ngayon ang bago nating equation. 2x squared minus 6x plus 8 is equal to 0. Then, pwede mo na ngayon makuha yung value ng A, B, and C. Pag hindi siya naka-standard form, hindi pwedeng kunin kaagad yung value ng A, B, and C. So ngayon, simply, ang B natin is negative 6, so minus here or negative here, open parenthesis, negative 6, and that will become positive. And then, what is the value of A? That is 2. So that is 6 divided by 2, that is 3. For the product of the roots naman, C over A, what is C? 8. Divided by 2, which is the value of A, that is equal to 4. Okay, madali lang, di ba? Now, balikan natin yung example number 3 natin. Yung example number 3 natin, x squared plus 8x plus 12 is equal to 0, na kung saan ang sum of the roots is negative 8. At yung product of the roots naman ay 12. Tingnan yung maigi. Napansin nyo, yung negative 8, tingnan nyo yung kinalaman niya doon sa middle term. Pareho silang 8, kaso ito ay ito ay positive, ito ay negative. At yung value naman natin ng product of the roots ay kapareho ng value ng C, which is 12. So, ibig sabihin, pwede pala natin makuha yung quadratic equation, pwede tayo makapag-form ng quadratic equation pag mayroon tayong sum of the roots and product of the roots. Dito, ang nangyari, negative siya, naging positive siya doon. So, ngayon, ito yung pattern natin kung paano kunin. Ayan ang x squared, kopyahin nyo lang x squared. Minus, ayan, minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots then equal to 0. So, tandaan nyo ito. Pag given ang sum of the roots and product of the roots, pwede natin makuha yung quadratic equation. So, kaya ito na siya ngayon. X squared minus, diba yung sum of the roots natin is negative 8. So, ayan ang negative 8. Plus product of the roots which is 12 is equal to 0. So ngayon ito, dahil meron siyang minus sa labas, change mo yung sign na yan and proceed to addition. So therefore, this becomes positive. Kaya naging positive 8x doon. And sorry, nakalimutan ko maglagay ng x dito. So dapat may x siya sa labas. Or yeah, katabi ng value ng b may x. Okay? Ayan na ngayon yung value niya. Okay, so next. Ayan, tingnan natin kung makuha natin yung quadratic equation. Another one. A quadratic equation has two distinct roots. Yung isang root ay x is equal to 2. Yung isa naman ay x is equal to negative 1. So, ito yung x sub 1 natin. Ito naman yung x sub 2 natin. So, given ngayon yung roots, makukuha natin yung quadratic equation. Susundin lang natin ngayon yung, ayan, yung pattern dyan. Okay? So, ngayon, kailangan makuha muna natin yung sum of the roots and product of the roots. So, yung sum of the roots, simply add lang natin tong dalawa. Kasi given na yung roots. 2 plus negative 1, that is 1. How about the product of the roots? Simply multiply lang natin yung dalawang value ng x, that is 2 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. So ngayon, sundin natin yung formula. Ilalagay lang natin ang x squared. X squared minus, kaya minus siya, and sum of the roots, which is 1, understood there is 1 here, times x. And then, this is product of the roots, which is minus 2, is equal to 0. Ganun lang. Okay, another one. Form a quadratic equation whose roots are 6 and 5. Okay, so yung sum of the roots, 6 plus 5, 11. Product of the roots, 6 times 5, 30. So ano maging equation natin? X squared, ayan nakalagay, minus 11, because this is 11, yung sum of the roots, times x. Ayan, na nakalagay, times x plus 30, which is the product of the roots. So that's how you're going to form a quadratic equation given the roots or given the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. So, ganun lang kadali. Kung nahihirapan ka, pwede mong panoorin uli yung video. That's all for today. Thank you for watching and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share my videos. Bye-bye. See you on the next one.